Gorgeous souls, welcome to the Lady Level Up Pause podcast. I am your host, Karizza Cuello. As an empowerment coach with a soul for women, I am passionate on helping those who are ready to rise above their struggles. I believe every woman is capable of stepping fully into the fullest expression of her soul. And I also believe every woman can achieve harmonious success in her life. In this podcast series, I will be sharing about golden nuggets and fully stepping into your personal sacred power. I will be sharing with you spiritual tools, process, mindset, teachings, and my stories that can help you deliver your own transformation. It is my intention to help you see that you are not limited by your past and you can outgrow the old beliefs that are holding you back. Gorgeous souls, you can absolutely embody the energy and frequency of a woman determined to rise. I am excited for you and our journey together. Hi, gorgeous souls, welcome, and I am back. In this episode, I will share with you what's up. It's been a while, let's start fresh. While I was away recording the podcast episode, I did Gabby Bernstein, the Spirit Junkie Masterclass. I also started reading a course in miracles because I was inspired by all her teachings. And I also read the copy of Mary Ann DeMarco's book. The title is Believe, Ask, Act, Divine Steps to Raise Your Intuition and Create Change and Discover Happiness. So I was busy doing some inner works. I want to start this episode by saying that on my social media platforms, I am sharing my spiritual beliefs. I will teach and I will share my stories that deeply move me, and also I will share on my experiences that I believe can help others. They don't have to be yours. My hope and my intention is to gather people to help them elevate their capacity to love themselves, and love others around them. And to gather people to help them connect to their inner guidance and help them discover what is true for them. My intention for all of us is to have a foundation of positive truths that will help us experience joy, that will help us experience stillness, that will help us experience more love, and to live a life acknowledging that we have divine support. So, those are my intention and prayer for using my platforms. Any one of you who follows Gabby Bernstein? It was quite a journey before my spirit asked me to enroll and take the Spirit Junkie Masterclass this year. Inside the course, she asked us to describe what higher power means to us. Today, I will share with you what higher power means to me. To me, it is a presence of love that I can feel within me and around me. It is a loving force available to us, offering endless divine support. It holds my hand as my powerful anchor in my personal path. It reignites my spark and sends me light to amp my fire. I believe this loving force gives me unlimited chances. When I am connected with it, I don't feel alone. I can quickly shift my emotional state back to my heart. I feel it when I pause and connect to a cleansing breath. When I slow down and connect back to my heart, I know and I believe and trust in that moment the presence of love is embracing. Today's episode is titled The Universe Has Your Back. Something wonderful happened after doing the next level of my inner work. I openly share my story of hearing a voice the voice of my inner guidance when I was 12 years old, during the time when my parents just separated. I was only 12, so that time I don't have my tools, I don't have strength to make sense of what was happening. But when I heard the voice in my stillness while I was stuck in my bed and I was thinking, just thinking of the things, suddenly I heard this voice. And after hearing and acknowledging it, suddenly the kind of thoughts I was having, it quickly changed. It's like I changed the channel. And although I am still feeling a little confused, I felt this sense of comfort. I felt a sense of relief that even at that moment, I don't know what's ahead of me. I know that I am fully supported by my belief and trust and faith in God. So the voice helped me to be in my right path. I thought my story began there when I was 12 years old. Then recently, while I was going through the course with Gabby Bernstein, I'm having this flashback of images and recollection of the stories I'm doing while I was 7 years old. I know it was 7 years old because my brother and I were sharing the same bed because we're that tiny. So we're sharing the same bed and we were at my grandparents' house. So I was having recollection of what I was doing, what were my dreams then, and what are my interests, and just fully in the presence and vibrancy and energy of joy. And I remember particularly at that young age, I was having conversation with God. In our small room, there were three windows, and I was always looking at the clouds. One is just to share stories, or sometimes I'm asking questions, and also during Christmas time. I was looking for Santa Claus. I was looking for the reindeers to come. So it was my hobbies, sort of my hobby, because we're not allowed to go to our neighbors to play with children with the same age. So I have this particular memory of rolling a magazine, old magazine. I was playing and I was using as a megaphone. I was standing by the window and I was like, I'm making announcement to the people outside. And I realized it is exactly what I am doing with my social media right now. I'm sharing a message. So a day after finishing the course, the Spirit Junkie Masterclass, we had a family gathering. The venue is at the house where I grew up with, the place where all my dreaming started, where all my longings were all valid, the house where I remember is an expression of love and joy. And in my early memories, it was just fun and full of life. I was connected with God. Life was a bliss when suddenly a twist of fate happened. So suddenly it was not blissful. The place, the house, become a memory of my old ones. Every time I go back to that place, now as an adult, that house is full of memories, but sometimes the painful memories is the one that is very strong. And every time we visit that place, it hurts. Even though I did the forgiveness process, I did the cord cutting, sometimes the memory will just give me some aching feeling because a lot had changed and that house is no longer the same as my recollection of full of life, full of vibrancy It already changed. And energetically, every time I visit, I am putting up a wall to protect myself because I thought it was unsafe. But this time, after going through the Spirit Junkie Masterclass, it was different. Gabby Bernstein gave us a lot of tools and methods, meditations and prayer, and connecting with our spirit guides. Before coming to the gathering, I listened to a lot, like really a lot of meditation to make sure that I am fully connected with love, to make sure that I am aligned and I'll be showing up differently so I can see things differently, so I can show up fully as me, not putting up a wall, not protecting myself because it isn't safe. Because prior to that, I my guide spoke to me and then I realized that I am supported even in my inner battle. So I show up differently. I show up embodying all the lessons I got from Gabby Bernstein, and I embody the frequency of love and understanding. The assignment my guides gave me is to bring my old photos and I will take that exact same photo with the same part of the house. So I did a lot. So I carry with me the photographs with my brother from ages 6 and 7. I have the photograph of me in our bedroom while I was in my school uniform. And I took photo of that with a version of the room now. And also a photo by the entrance of the house and by the balcony and also inside of the house. I have no idea that by doing that, as the suggestion of my guides, I am healing that part of me that I was showing up in that house protecting myself. So as I was taking photos of that same spot with the old photograph, I was reconnecting with the stories. I was reconnecting with my dreams, my visions, and all the good memories. So after the family gathering and I'm already at home, I feel different. I feel that I still have energy because before every time I go to an occasion, I feel drained, I feel super tired. I'm not in a good mood. It's just a negative vibration within my day. It feels like a very long day, an exhausting day. The next day I woke up feeling different. It feels like a huge weight was lifted away from my body. As I was looking through the photos that I took during that day, I feel and I realized that there was a union that happened. I reconnected with my 7 years old self. I hold her hands and feels like we are in this journey together. It feels like all the pain that is still remaining in my energy is completely taken away from me by my guides. It felt like that day they hold my hands and they guided me back to my 7 years old self. They guided me back to my dreams and to my visions. They guided me back to the energy and vibration of love. It feels like they guided me back to my joy. It feels like I'm more me than ever before. And it feels good. It feels good to be reminded that the universe has my back. Little did I know that all this time I am being guided, I'm being supported. And the real problem is I was not listening. But of course, this time it's different. I am back. I am back to listening and I am back co creating with my inner guidance. And we reached the end of today's show. Join us again on the next episode of the Lady Level Up Pause podcast. Thank you for tuning in with today's episode. Say hi to me on Instagram, search at Karizza_Cuello for more inspiration and soulful vibes. Visit my website www.karizzacuello.com. Links are all on my show notes. Gorgeous souls, remember this: there is no force more beautiful than a woman determined to rise. I cannot wait to connect to you soon.